Time now for the playbook presented by Modelo. We go back to the touchscreen with our very own QB, Matt Sims. Tommy Castellanos, that's the name to know. I'm sure there were some Florida State fans that turned on their TV today and said, hey, wasn't that the guy that beat us last year when he was playing for BC? It certainly was. Now he is looking like a reinvigorated quarterback playing for his former coach Gus Malzahn. What do you see on tape today?
Exactly correct, right? We're going to start right there. Back with his boy, Gus Malzahn. Yeah. Malzahn loves him, recruited him from high school. He knows what this guy brings to the table. Hey, he's an athletic, small guy, but he also has a really talented arm. Here in this situation, we have one-on-one coverage, and we're just going to keep it real simple. We're going to attack with 4 verts. Tommy Castellanos drop back, throws an absolute moon ball, right, into the outer atmosphere of our planet. Squirrel White does a great job of running underneath and making a diving catch. What I love about this play, though, right, pre-snap, we get a too-high safety look. At the snap, safety rolls to the middle. This guy is playing essentially like a robber position where he's keeping his eyes on the quarterback. Linebacker here is going to be playing man on the backer. Tommy recognizes this. As soon as the snap happens, that's when he gets immediately outside, right, to that outside number 1 receiver there in Squirrel Right. Squirrel Right does a great job of just winning with straight speed, man. Speed is dangerous, and we saw that all day today from this Florida State Seminole offense.
I'm sure there were some Tennessee fans that were saying, hey, Squirrel, where was that last couple of years? But also...
I was one of them. But you know what? Hey, it looked good, man. And you know what? Heupel didn't use him in the outside like we saw with Florida State and Gus Malzahn. I really like the fact that they got him in one-on-one opportunities on the outside, Z or X receiver. So really good adjustment by Gus Malzahn to take advantage of that speed.
So Castellanos was giving kind of some Diego Pavia nightmarish vibes for Alabama, because he can do this with the best of them, Eddie.
So here we go. Alabama is selling out to stop the run, stopping this quarterback that's a dual threat in the backfield. And this is the problem with this. They get caught in the middle of the trenches a little bit too much. Poor discipline, poor gap discipline on the defense. And this is the number 1 key. If you want to be a really good defense and play at a high level, you can never give up the edge. And that's exactly what happens here. Tommy Castellanos does a great job winning with speed, capturing the edge, outflanking the Alabama Crimson Tide defense. But this is the problem. When we go here to the end zone view, we're going to see where we made the mistake here for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Once this defensive end crashes down and plays this gap, this backer then has to wrap and play over the top. Or vice versa. If we do it the other way, this backer plays the gap. This defensive end has to make sure I can't let Tommy Castellanos get outside of me. Then that same thing applies to Hubbard here on the outside, number 18. Have to stay on the outside to keep gap containment. None of these things take place. Too many of the defenders get washed in the middle. Now Tommy is sprinting to the outside. Great block on the edge right here on the safety. And then from there, it's just a speed burst to the front pylon.
Easy work.
Somewhat serendipitous, too, this reunion between Castellanos and Gus Malzahn. I think a lot of people were familiar with Castellanos and his legs.
Yeah.
But, like, we saw an arm today that I don't know a lot of people really were familiar with. We're familiar with this game today.
No, and also now let's get into Gus Malzahn helping out his quarterback, adjusting to this new offense and this new vibe that they have. Condensed split here by the receiver, tight end receiver, condensed split. This should be an automatic alert of like, hey, shallow cross, end around, something of that nature.
Okay.
We get the play where we're going to send a quick motion. This is something that gave Alabama fits the entire day, these jet motions, because we're making the defense go sideline to sideline a little bit more. Big physical defense couldn't quite pin their ears back because they're stretched sideline to sideline a little bit too much. So with the speed motion, we get a lot of action in the backfield, trying to go with that speed motion, make sure we're not getting outflanked. They're going to fake inside zone here. This receiver that was playing in that tight position is going to do the end around. We're pulling a guard and the tackle. The tackle is going to do a little ole. He's going to act like he's pulling, and then he's going to come out here and be the lead blocker. Great blocking on the outside here by the receiver. And this is why Danzy, right, gets to do a little shimmy here in the open field and then hit the speed burst again. And that was the key really for me all day. Alabama, the bigger, more physical football team on paper.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the speed, the athleticism, and the attitude that the Florida State Seminoles played today, the blocking on the outside, that is unacceptable. We can't let those things happen. And you know what, Florida State, they were ready to play. They were the better football team all day today. Better energy, played harder, played better as a football team. And that's what it takes. And that's why they had such a great win today against a really good football team.
Not too dissimilar from like a Sark offense, seeing some of what Gus Malzahn was doing. No, or am I off on that?
Honestly, I think Gus Malzahn might be up for like offensive coach of the day with the way that he was able to take apart this Alabama defense. I said in the preseason show, I think Alabama's defense is legit.
You did?
I think they got some dues on that.
A lot of people said that.
Right? They really do at every single level. Gus Malzahn really did a great job of taking away that physicality that they bring to it and really made it difficult for them to be aggressive defensively. Credit to Gus Malzahn, Castellanos, the rest of the crew, Mike Norvell. Man, really impressive by the Florida State Seminoles. They are a fast football team, and they are not messing around this year. Great start to the year.
Still a long way to go to righting some of those wrongs.
But we like what we see. We like it.
Starting 1-0 against Alabama certainly is a step in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
That was the playbook presented by Modelo.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak, let them look right at you.